proud. We are proud to have such a gentleman. We are proud to have such a student, such an innovator, such a great mind behind facts. My name is Laula Alan, and allow me tell my colleague to introduce himself.
Well, I think I would start by extending a vote of thanks to Campus Weekly for giving such a platform, and first and foremost for acknowledging the great achievement God has given unto me. Well, my name is Ikwara Emmanuel Asher. I am a grant-winning public health researcher. I've done a lot of research, and I've had a lot of them at journals.
Yeah.
And I expect publications very soon. Now, back to the main thing today. We are here having this interview following the innovation that took place last month, but when the university hosted Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. So what happened is we applied, and a couple of days back I received a mail informing me that I'd won a grant for 5 years worth $1 billion, and for a test they're giving me $200 million to start this year, October 2022 to October 2023. And then after this first year, they will see how I'm going to progress until the 5 years are done and the $1 million is done. Thank you.
So you're having this grant of $1 billion for 5 been cooling. You've been going through a process of cooling. How did you feel immediately you had received the message?
Well, my brother, in fact, I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it because one, actually, when I came here way back in 2019, coming to Lira to me seemed disappointed because I even not known about Lira University, but I think my A-level teacher helped me and filled it among the last choices. And not knowing that could be my blessing, or it was a blessing in disguise. So when government list came out, I happened to be given Lira University on government scholarship.
Yeah.
And my parents told me to pick up. Well, I'd anticipated to do medicine, and all getting 17 points, I expected medicine automatically. Though I was disappointed, well, I had to take the opportunity. I tried applying in Sorority University, but things failed. But I think God told me there's something here in Lira. Yes, so somehow the beacon has turned my disappointment into an appointment, my brother. Really, I'm very happy. I
really feel that. Now, you've talked about, students coming in disappointed within Lira University, and all the environment is not giving them, that vigor, that vibe to move on with education and academics. But you're at the last moment thankful to Lira. Is this your final year or?
Yes, actually, this is my final year. And concerning the environment, I would advise the administration really to adopt research. Yes, adopt innovations, please, because the world where we and the university so above heights, because we're not contented with this. We always want to see new things come around. We want to see what is delivered in class come practical. In fact, the practicality of these course units makes it interesting and nice.
We as Campus Weekly have actually heard about Mr. Stephen who won a grant of 75 million, and so far yours is the highest with 1 billion.
Yes.
And with high hopes, we believe that as more innovation comes into the university, more and more people will actually be able to receive grants. Actually, this is a job. This is a contract for 5 years, a 5-year contract.
Yes.
And I really feel happy for you, Mr. What advice do you have for a student out there? What should they, some people are demoralized, I know. Just like you are when you just come into Lira University. And right now, if they ask you, where is your blessing? You just say, come on, Lira University.
Exactly.
So what advice do you have for a student out there, for a computer student, for an education student, for a public health student who is demoralized? And what advice do you have for them?
Well, to my fellow students out there, I want us to adopt innovation and research, because what you see here is just the peak of everything, but at the bottom was a lot of literature review. Had to study, compare notes here and there, and see what has Ghana done as far as cassava is concerned, what has Ghana done as far as pesticides is concerned, then what is missing in our country, what is the gap? So I had to see, let me present myself as the bridge of the gap that exists. Exactly. So as a student, I encourage them to work hard to identify what gap exists in our country and how can they bridge the gap that exists. Yeah. And actually on Wednesday, I traveled to the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, and the minister told me this is going to be an annual event. So an early bird catches a worm. So I encourage the student faculty to begin preparing as early as possible please consult. We're always around. We can guide where necessary. So that please, you be the next person been winning 2 billion and even 5 billion and so on. Moreover, we are just the first ones. We are the first. This is the first time we're having such an event in the whole country. But with the following or respective years, I believe we expect more Lira University. In fact, when I saw the list, I was proud to see that Lira University and Mbarara University presented the largest number of successful university students, because we had 2 students. It was me, Ikwara Emmanuel Asher, and my brother Kakosa.
Steven.
Then you had 1, then you had 2 from MAST, and then 1 from Bustema.
That's really great and encouraging. So mostly, basically, people are complaining about funding. Before you know it, someone has some application and no funding. Alan, funding. Where do we get the funds from? What do you really have to say about the funding thing? Who funded you? Did anyone fund you, or you funded yourself? What do you have to say? Because when you talk about investment, I have this feel of investment by investing my knowledge there, investing this there, so investing time there. What do you really have to say about the funding thing that's discouraging most of the innovators?
Well, as far as funding is concerned, I would say one of them is God did the whole funding.
Yeah.
First of all, I never need to get the time. In fact, all this I would attribute it to time, because I never spent even a penny of my own shillings. I just came up with my idea, and thanks to the university that gave us the platform to express our ideas. Then from there, we facilitated. I remember I submitted my idea, and then the university facilitated us 90,000 to fund the initial production, to facilitate the exhibition during the minister's presence.
So from 90,000, you graduated to 1 billion.
To 1 billion, exactly.
That's really encouraging. That's so encouraging. Yeah.
So I attribute all this to God, and then being given a platform to express your idea.
Yeah.
Because had I not been given a platform, I would graduate and walk away with this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard that during the time of the exhibition, you were working with an organization, association called Lukta. How did these people of Lukta make you feel? Because they are more of IT. IT people are coming so much into Lukta, and we are now seeing someone talking about a certain grant, and then I had is cassava. You've not told us about that.
Well, so I think from there, I want to say bravo to the President Lukta. Really, he did the marvelous coordination. He did the motivation. Initially, by the me, I had not known about this innovation aspect. I just escorted a friend. But when we reached there, the president encouraged us, please go ahead and innovate something, put something on ground. Good enough, I around done a lot of this and just left them pending on my PC. I have around five innovations besides this. That are just pending on the computer.
5 billion projects on your computer.
Exactly. Yeah. So I really want to say bravo to the president. He gave me a platform to uncover the billions that were
covered in the computer.
Yes, please.
I really feel that. So congrats to Lukta. Thank you very much, our gentleman here. Yeah. Then I really have. I really don't have much to say. I would really say that thank you very much, and then congratulations, and then thanks be to God that we are there. And we are expecting more and more students out there to come up with more innovations. If you have an innovation, don't sit on it. Don't leave it on your PC. He still has multi-billion projects still to come out, yet to come out, and we are here to see. And I believe the students out there, you also have innovations. You have all the support. You have Lukda, you have the DVCs, you have the VCs, you have the deans. All these people are there to support you. So let's come on with this, And then I've had a room, I'm a Campus Weekly personnel, and I've really been into investigating reports, investigating news. We've heard something about some internal exhibition. Just what would you have to say about an internal exhibition taking place within Lira University?
Wow. Well, I think at this point, I would really encourage internal exhibitions. If they could even be at semester basis, it would be very much well. One, first of all, they make you think sharp. They encourage research, because you don't expect a student to come and exhibit without going to literature review. So in one way or the other, you're encouraging research. In fact, you're perpetuating what? Academic work. I'm getting it. This is directly academic in nature, which is the entire or the core reason of the university, or the core aim of the university. So I encourage actually the administration to adopt, in fact, if possible, routinely or have a specified day for innovation day, where we know that, like just as we have maybe we have the gala day. We know this is a gala day. This is the innovation day.
Yeah,
that will be okay, and to give people prior time to read literature and come up with better innovations.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
So thank you very much. Just the last question,
Yeah.
I would like you to give a vote of thanks to our viewers and then to each and everyone who opted out, friends and what, encouragement from, just like you talked about the Luther president. And then I also want you to really tell us, where do you see Lira in the line of innovation in the coming future? Where do you see yourself in that line of innovation in the coming future? And then we sum it up.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Yes, first and foremost, I attribute all this to the Almighty God. I really thank God for the opportunity, because me myself, I don't think I would have managed it without His favor. Then I want to extend a vote of thanks to the university for providing me the platform, because without the platform, this would have been just kept in my computer. I wouldn't have unveiled it. And then I want to extend a vote of thanks to the president of LUCDA and then Lira. These two associations in Lira have enabled me unveil research. In fact, I've progressed in terms of research. As I told you, I have around 4 publications with the journals, which we expect them very soon. And then besides that, the LUCDA has also unveiled or uncovered the innovativeness in me. And then I can't forget to extend a vote of thanks to my wonderful parents, very supportive, and Ikwara's family and Ocheng's family, always very supportive, encouraging me that, Emma, you can always make it. We see something unique in you. Ikwara's family and Ocheng's family, I'm very proud of you. And above all, the public health class. Public health year 3. That class is very unique. In fact, partly I had to beat this public health year 3 class because they always encouraged me. I would consult them, specifically Jairus, Bravo Jairus. I would always consult Jairus here and there. You know, we work together. And so public health class, likes of Moses, Namaganda, Hope, Nepe, I acknowledge all your efforts. And entirely year 3 class, you have been wonderful to me. Thank you for the time. For God and my country, I've been Ikwara Emmanuel Asher, an award-winning public health researcher. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ikwara. Yeah, that's Campus Weekly, here to bring you more and more love and more. Thank you very much.